Hi everyone, Josh here from Ventrify. I just wanted to give you a quick run through of the platform and its main features. So Ventrify exists to promote transparency between corporations. Every company has a public Ventrify profile. We are essentially a public wiki of relationships between corporations. So if Ventrify claimed to work with Selena, you would be able to go onto the Ventrify platform, visit the Ventrify profile, and see if they have Selena listed in their profile. If they did have Selena listed, as you can see, we have a very simple way of promoting transparency, and that is through verification indicators. So if a relationship icon has a gray indicator, that means only one side of the relationship claims that the relationship exists. If the other side approves the details of the relationship and agrees that the relationship exists, they will receive a blue tick verification. You will also see verification indicators which have no ticks at all on our platform. So take, for example, if we jumped into Selena's profile, you will see that they have 16 relationships. These are all visible in their profile, and you will see some of the relationships don't actually have a tick on the indicator. For any relationship that doesn't have a tick, that means that it was suggested by Ventrify, and that means that it was provided by our artificial intelligence or automation engine. And that is what is unique about Ventrify, is that we are blending AI-generated content with user-generated content. So someone from Selena would come in and see that it looks like they work with Goldman Sachs. And what we do for any suggested relationship is we provide a source. So if you press the I button for any suggested relationship on the Ventrify platform, we will actually take you to the place on the web that mentioned that Goldman Sachs are in some type of relationship with Selena. And that is true of any relationship that you see on the Ventrify platform. So if we were to click on Hotel Beds, for example, over here, and hit that source button, you will get taken to somewhere on the web where it mentioned that Hotel Beds and Selena were in some type of agreement or partnership, and then Selena can come in and actually verify that relationship or not. And in doing so, they would have to provide a verification email for someone who works at Fiverr or at Hotel Beds, and that's how they would gain blue tick verification. Once the relationship data has been curated, consumers can come on and see really who a company works with and who they don't, and provide or jump quickly to the source of that relationship or not. What companies can do once they've started mapping their data is really visualize their entire ecosystem through our ecosystem view over here. So if we did that on Selena, you can actually start opening up your entire ecosystem and looking who might be able to make connections, where there are mutual connections perhaps between one company and another. Those would appear in ecosystem view as well. Another way to view mutual relationships on the Ventrify platform is actually just to go to another company. So if I were to go to Selena, you would see that there's a mutual relationship with them. If you press there, you would see that that is the mutual relationship that exists between our company and theirs. And that's another way you can view mutual relationships. So a company coming on to their Ventrify platform would be able to manage their exposure and manage which companies claim to work with them with one click through their request section, because every relationship that exists on the Ventrify platform is dual-sided. I update my Ventrify logo, for example, today on my profile. This will update on every external profile that exists and has my logo on as well. So it would update on the Blings profile as well as my own profile. And this is important because what Ventrify does is it enables brands to promote that transparency by sharing their profile. So companies have the ability via URL, via API, or via iframe to show verified relationships very, very easily on their website with just a few clicks. So you can have an interactive live bar displaying active relationships on your company's profile page, or on your company's homepage, that will show consumers that you actually are verifying relationships that you claim to have. And then consumers can come on, and if they wanted to, they can actually dig in more to a particular company and click through to find out if that relationship does exist, see the source, see that it is actually a verified relationship or not. And that's just a few of the things that you can achieve with the Venturefy platform. We also have a news feed so you can stay abreast of companies that are of interest to you, see which relationships are being formed in your ecosystem, and we're going to be introducing a lot more, so really interested to hear your feedback. Would love to hear ideas. One more feature that I'm going to talk about in the last couple of seconds here is that, like I said, a lot of our listings are generated through artificial intelligence, so we have a way for you to provide feedback if some of these listings are incorrect, and that is through the vote feature. So on any icon you will see a downvote feature. If you do see any inaccuracies, just hit that downvote and you can let us know what might be wrong with that relationship, if there is anything wrong, and we will take a look at that and update it accordingly. Thank you for your time, thank you for your patience, and let us know if you have any feedback or questions. We are available at venturefy.com.